So Unity, the game launcher, which a lot of games are built upon, yeah, you know, every game dev or every kid who's learning about game dev has heard of Unity. They're attempting to do something called, essentially, they're trying to charge per install of a game, or per like load of a game if it's like for streaming the game over like Xbox Live or whatever, or Xbox Game Pass or whatever, or like cloud streaming, whatever. So they're trying to charge the developer of the game. This includes free games as well. So essentially, like, you could install a free game, delete it, reinstall it, delete it, reinstall it, and Unity wants to charge the developer for every single one of those installs. However, Unity made a blunder in this. One, you know what game developer uses Unity? You might have heard of them. It's a small thing. Nintendo. Yeah. Yeah, you might have heard of them. Or MiHoYo. Yeah. I'm just saying, someone at Unity is going to wake up with a horse's head in their bed as a message. And they'll have no one to blame but themselves. Alrighty. Perk staff, Deimos, Blaze Force Sword. Let's get into it. Apparently, reportedly, I don't have an actual source on this, but I saw some people that's saying some game companies were already attempting or some game devs were attempting a class action lawsuit against Unity for the changes. And you know, it's ironic that before these changes came out, the president of Unity, the company behind it, sold 2,000 shares of the company. So, yeah. Clearly he didn't agree with what was going on. Or at least, you know, knew that it would backfire completely. Is what it is, I suppose. I mean, capitalism's gonna capitalize, right? It's the free market at work, you know? So freaking sweet, Lois.
We need more special ammo for some of our covert.
Alrighty.
You're going to Recon reports that the scabs have plenty of what we need at the Chasm Station Logistratus.
Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul.
And get it aboard the retrieval craft. Can you handle that?
Well, adding more of my hero characters to Fortnite. That's kind of cool, I guess. Alrighty. Woo.
Heretics skulk in shadows. The Master Servant embraceth the light.
God, I feel like I never hear that Zealot voice. Everyone uses the Judge, which is a shame. Oh boy, Poxhounds. I guess the Rager was targeted. I just feel my audio's really loud. Today went by pretty quick, until like the last hour, where it went really slow. Is this new outfit on the Psyker there? For that top? I don't know. I'll have to look after this game. Because I don't remember seeing that. It might not be new. I don't know. Where the hell did that thing go? Nice. Got him. Nice. Got him. Nice. Got him. Wow, that... Nope, didn't get it. Damn, I was hoping to like jump grab the snipe, yeah. Oh, you know, speaking of sniper, this is completely unrelated to snipers, but so in the last few minutes of the store closing, we have to tell customers to get the fuck out. And I go and I tell this lady to get the fuck out, and she just completely ignores me. And I'm like, hey, and like, I'm like, okay, maybe she heard me. She, you know, looks for some things. She's taking a while. And I'm like, okay, hey, just so you know, we close. She ignores me again and just walks to a different aisle. And then someone else tells her, some other employee tells her, and she's like, oh, okay, thank you. And I was like, what? Were you not listening to me? Dude, of course, as soon as I pick the perk staff, the other psyker has the perk staff, and we have a flamer. My goodness. Just overkill on the flame, for real. What was me? Got him. Wow, 2 brain bursts really doesn't kill it? I was like scratching my leg and everything. Nice. Oh, we lost the other psyker. You know what? We'll take it. That way I'm the only person with the perk staff around here. Not a gene stealer. I swear to God. Okay, he's not a... He's another zealot. I think this guy might be a gene stealer. Something tells me. Oh, my nose. My nostrils. Dude, I've been... Oh my goodness, the sickness. I've obtained it. Like, I was, like, my mind was in a haze today because I was diseased. My nostrils, they itch. Damn. Certifiable moment. Certified. That was a certifiable interaction if ever. I think this is a real dog on me. Oh, that's a few flamers. Uh-oh, I'm being pinned. Ah! Oh, so there was a more Twitter, more hashtag Twitter drama. So there's this game called Fear and Hunger. And an artist drew a character from Fear and Hunger. From what I understand, Fear and Hunger is like a RPG, like very grim, dark RPG. With like, very like dark elements to it. And one of the characters was drawn, an artist, single artist by the way, one artist drew one of the characters with an ass, to be to put it just as it is, and a bunch of people got really mad about it. They were like, oh my gosh, you know, men should be able to draw one, blah blah, you know, the classic Twitter reaction. And which is like fine, it's whatever, it's natural Twitter ecosystem, right? Poison frogs are gonna poison things, Venus flytraps are gonna eat bugs. Sometimes tigers will eat people. It's just how it works. That's how nature works, right? But then a phenomenon happened, and I don't know how common this phenomenon is. Some of the pearl clutchers, as I'll call them, were NSFW art of like the makers was like, oh, you shouldn't draw, like, you know, you shouldn't sexualize these characters. It's in a grim dark stuff, and there's like, you know, implied violence towards women and stuff. Blah 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 blah. Which is all fine and all, right? From a thematic front, I get it. You don't want to see it, but don't look. It was one artist. But I checked the media tab of one of like the big criticizers, like that had the big funny numbers, and in their media tab was Puss in Boots, drawn all buff and half naked. I'm like, ah, I see. So we're stepping out of the realm of normal humans. And it's just like, I don't know if that's classic Twitter or if that's just like a step beyond it. I don't know. Nice. Respectfully, don't hit me. Thank you. I mean, it's the same people that get like mad like at mad at like mods that let you marry Serena and Skyrim. You know, it's the same shit. Same people. It's very interesting when these people decide to clutch their pearls or not. One might even say it's a society moment. Now, do I really care about this? No, just needed something to talk about. Oh, turned down my audio. It was a little loud. I was thinking it was a little loud. I might have been crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room full of rats. The rats, they made me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. We love popping the Tox Flamer. Alright. Whee! Oh! How did I not take fall damage there? I feel like I should have. In my head I was about to say, oh, I hope I don't take fall damage, and then I didn't. So I was like, oh. It's freaking sweet, Lois. Walk across the blue fire. Oh, you know, not to bring up dwarfs for the 7 millionth time in the last few videos, but I was looking at their. I built an army list within them in the 40k app. It's 2 sets of Hearthkin warriors, Hearth Guard, Einhar champion, Carl. I'm gonna call him Carl though, because you know, rock and stone. And then Grimnir. Carl is the Grimnir with the warlord trait, and then I did the vehicle and then the land fortress, and with 2 squads of Hearthkin warriors, which I said already, but I don't think I said it was 2 squads. 2 squads of 9. I believe they're 9-man squads. There might be 10-man squads. No, yeah, it's 10-man squads. One of them's the Thane. I did not take any berserkers since I didn't really like how they look, and I was like, meh. Rather just take the Einhar warriors, or Hearthkin warriors, I believe. No, Hearthguard, sorry. Mixing up my names. And just from that, it was exactly 1,000 points. I'm like, god damn, these squats are expensive, yo. Although, then again, the vehicle itself is like 300, so the land fortress, that is. Like, god motherfucking damn, these squats are small but expensive. And I do hope that they get some more units this year, because they're a little lacking on them, which is a shame. Because they only have what? They have the Hearthguard, the Oathsworn, the Hearthkin Warriors, the Einhar Champion, the Grimnir, the Call, the other guy, the other guy whose name's eluding me, one other character. And then they have the vehicles and the scout patrol. And it's like, damn, that's it. Oh, I guess they have the Bjorn, the mechanical guy. That's so 2 extra characters than what I had originally said. One of them whose names I don't remember. He's like a dude. Oh, that's an enemy. What freaking happened? I was just talking about how expensive these damn dwarfs are.
Request immediate cover!
Alrighty.
Fortified.
Boom.
Have somehow succeeded in resolving the issue.
Master of Mankind, that guy's freaking sweet. Respectfully, if you could just perish. Oh my god.
Security bypass in place.
Can I get... Oh, I'm gonna get slammed, I just know it. Oh no, we're good.
Put him in, no choice! They have us at a disadvantage! This seems
Can I get assistance over here?
victory. Veteran, can you stand? Didn't think you cared.
Alright, we're good. Oh, grab the heals, health while I can.
Imposters care about the lives of citizens. Don't forget that's why we're here. I guess I only ever met bad ones.
Alright, we're good.
Ammunition and much needed.
Nice. I started painting my flamers today, my flamer squad. I think I'm not going super hard on details because these are just like a basic line trooper. I'm just, you know, instead of gold, I'm using the copper bronze trim. Obviously, painted the flamers all nice. But I've just given up on transfer sheets completely for realsies this time because I tried to do a transfer sheet for an Ultramarine symbol and I was putting it on and it tore halfway and set in a way that it was torn and I couldn't move the individual pieces. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna peel this off, scrape it off, repaint it, and I tried to freehand it, but I don't have a good freehanding tool. Like my brush just didn't work, so I give up. Although I do want to try another thing with freehanding. I want to cut off, essentially take one of my brushes that... Can this dude get staggered before he just kills me by shooting me? Holy moly. If I just cut to like essentially like down on the brush so that it's essentially just a kind of a little bit of a fucked up like brush that I can use to pull out my melee weapon. I'm hitting one and it's just continuing to freaking try and do brain burst. Oh my goodness. I'm probably just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna perish. Unfortunate. The mutant really coming in at the last second to just stop me from having fun. Unfortunate. Ugh. Wow, a dog chewing on something through the box is scary.
Shut your blathering and listen! Demon host close by!
Oh,
Beware, sinners. Demon host.
I was really worried she was just going to continue running in there.
Thou art my inspiration, Father. Come on! You need me!
Nice. She has the cleave thunder hammer. Probably could have used the flavor a little earlier, but you know, no judgment.
I'll help it out.
Look at you being all helpful. You okay? are. They aren't gonna heal, I can tell. Something tells me, I mean, I could be wrong, but they did not attempt to put the battery in the funny thingy. Okay, someone is. Yeah, now they've got the right idea.
In the Master's
Nice.
name, we shall retort it.
The veteran did not catch the memo. That is unfortunate.
Thy foulness is at an end.
Oh my god, I thought she was right next to the demon host.
A Templar
Rip.
falls.
Rest in pepperoni, as they say. Let's see what trends on Twitter. Oh my god. Oh my. Where is it? There it is.
Needest thou some aid?
Benadryl's trending. Why?
I hear the blessed
Americans have been wasting billions. Oh, a bunch of just anti-pharmaceutical conspiracy theory. Love to see it. Oh, and we're dead. So Steam. Oh, it's Steam's 20th birthday today. That's pretty cool. Elon Musk is a traitor is trending. True and real. Wawa. That's for Takanashi Kiwawa. Let me out. I want to go check if the money thing is updated. Oi, let me out. This freaking game, dude. SMH. Doesn't seem like anything cool is actually trending on Twitter. Classic. My cat is shouting in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. He's being a general pest because he wants the attention from the other cat, but the other cat is clearly not giving it to him. This says a lot about society. The gamer is truly the most oppressed. Okay, loading screen. Okay, we're good. Loading screen. We're good. That's enough loading. Okay, look. I barely have any topics to talk about as is. Loading screen, you can't be doing this to me. Motorcycle. We live, we love, we lie. Oh my god, this... the internet's being plagued by this, like, realistic AI rendition of, a Smurf. It's like, it's along with the song We Live, We Love, We Lie. Or however that song goes. And it's just like, get out of my head. Get out of my head. It's gonna do a Malice game just because that Damnation game went to doo-doo. What else can I talk about? I can send psychic mind waves to GW to tell them to release the Assault Terminators already. Ah! Show them off, GW. I know you have them. Cowards. Whew.
Wars are won and lost on supplies, and we're dangerously low of the more unusual.
We are rapidly approaching 800 subscriber, and that's pretty freaking sweet.
That's what happens with a whole.
Because after 800 subscriber, it's 900 subscriber, and you know what's after 900? 10 million. That's how it works.
Should be
Ugh. Right. Let's go.
Finally, this place will see the Lexan fall.
You know, I'm against eugenics. However, there is a human gene, a faulty human gene that causes people to have the taste of slaughter taste like soap. And I'm just saying, if we could get that out of the gene pool, I think that'd be sublime. Now, I'm not implying anything, but I'm just saying it'd be for the betterment of the world. Hello, cat. Yes, I hear you. My son. My son, why you don't jump on my lap anymore? Hmm? Do you hate me? Is it that you're too fat now? Bastard? What, my son? What? Come here. I will scritch you. Oh, yes. Very good.
Reaching the Empyrean!
If you want more, you have to jump on my lap, because I'm gaming. I can't pet you right now, kitty cat. I'm gaming. So, I don't know if anyone else's phones do this, but, like, my phone occasionally will send me up, like, image, like, hey, we made this collage for you based on, like, recent photos. And the collage of my recent photos were all of my cat. And, like, yes, this is very good. Very, very good. Yes, my son. Hello.
Initiating crowd control!
A little purg action.
Gratifying. You could come.
Is it October 4th yet? I need that update out. Oh, also, I'm just giving away my Tyranid half of Leviathan. Simply because I just have no desire to paint up Tyranids or build them. Like, I built the 24 that came out of the Space Marine 2 board game box. I was like, I could not do this for another million models, holy moly. Plus, like, Tyranids are cool, but I don't have really desire to play them, and it'd be weird to have a fully painted army that I don't, like, have any intention to play. So I might as well give it to my friend who's building Gene Stealers. So at least he has some nids to go along with him. He's doing, like, Gene Stealer, like, combat patrol or kill team stuff, I don't know.
The enemies hold up!
You know, give him some Tyranids to go along with it. What is it, my son? You want up? Come, get up. No? Cat, I don't know what to tell you. Ugh. There, I lifted him up to my lap so he can see what's going on. What are you doing, mister? My cat, when I had played Monster Hunter World and Red Dead Redemption, he'd be sitting on my lap just staring at the screen intently. Now, did he like it because all the pretty colors in nature, or did he like it because the murder and the violence? I am inclined to think the violence, personally. Oh, you might hear him bat the mic in a second here. Scritches. Scritches from Mr. Cat. His name is 2005 Honda Civic. And he is my son. I hatched him from an egg. Ah.
Its malicious mind darkens. I can't control it!
You know, so recently sorry, my cat just headbutted the mic. Recently, I don't know if it was a troll post. I think it was real, judging from the profile. But some dude on Twitter, I know, a lot of Twitter drama today. Wowzers. Someone says stuff, nothing else really goes on. But there's this guy who said, oh, you know, he said like some transphobic shit, and it was like all these trans individuals, who I use a slur for instead, have these trans core games, so I'm gonna make holistic conservative core games. And of course there were all the usual suspects, you know, no, cat, don't go that way. You can hop down if you want, but you're not jumping across the desk. Thank you. Very conservative games, you know, Metal Gear and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and BioShock, and Skyrim, and Warhammer Darktide. Call of Duty, I'll give. Call of Duty, I'll give him Call of Duty. That one he gets a free pass on, but the rest is just complete and utter nonsense. Like the Metal Gear Rising one and BioShock one are especially amazing. How you could just be so bad at media comprehension. Meanwhile, the literal final boss is a very like Republican court senator in which Raiden defeats. Now you could argue that, oh, Raiden kind of sees the logic in Armstrong's ideals, yeah, but then he proceeds to murder Armstrong, so what does that say about that? He proves his ideals are better by defeating Armstrong in his own game. Wow. Anyway. But Darktide 1, I guess because conservatives and Republicans and the far right find some identity within the Imperium. They're like, they see the commentary on fascism and the jokes made about it and say, yes, this is 100% me, literally me. Which is always, you know, and I will say, it's definitely true, because like two Xenos race players will like have a discussion or like post something, and then always some fucking cringe Imperium LARPer will post the same like two shitty jokes in the comments. I'm like, shut up! Like, as an avid Space Marine enjoyer myself, let's get some other jokes, guys. Don't need to call everything a heretic or heresy or, like, you know, or show an image of a Black Templar. But anyway, if Darktide was really conservative core, they would have ignored the zombie plague and said that it was a bunch of woke, liberal, fake news trying to keep us in our hab towers. And would have ignored it and would have died to it. So maybe that is what happened. You know what? Maybe he's onto something with that, actually. Did the people of Tertium just call it a bunch of woke garbage and say it had pronouns and ignore it? Probably. And you know, I've had discussions with people said, oh, you know, like people who post like things like this, like that shit. Well, this is kind of hard to describe. There's like a few images that the cringe Imperium LARPers post, and one of them is a guardsman, or it's a hoplite, I think. Just some guardsman like curb stomping a gene stealer. However, it's very clearly referenced from this image of a Nazi curb stomping a black guy. And people always deny and say, oh no, you know, like, curb stomping it isn't inherently racist, which is true. But also, you go onto the profiles of these people posting these images and you're like, ah, this was the racism. And it's unfortunate, because I like the Imperium, but boy does it have some of the worst people in its fan base specifically. And it's true. Anyway, like, you cannot deny it. It is true. Unfortunately, like, it's just kind of out of GW's hands as well. They can't, like, they can post as many like things on Twitter that said, hey, don't be a dick, and they can block Arch Warhammer and all these other people, but they're still gonna be there, right? Because unfortunately, when you make an investment in something, these are also all the people that like use the word like tourist to talk about like Games Workshop or Warhammer fans that aren't racist, homophobic, etc.
Medicaid station.
It's very interesting. But luckily, most of those people are just locked onto Twitter and have no real say in the community. Except like X-followers. Or Twitter followers, or whatever you want to call it. So, which is completely redundant. And just a reminder, there's a reason why Games Workshop sent a cease and desist to Arch to stop using Warhammer in his name. Just because he was a bit of a Nazi guy. You know, real ones remember his whole, like, shitting his pants over a black ultramarine on the cover of the Throne of Fire book. I think one of the... Obviously, Space Marines can be of any color, of any skin color, look, diversity, whatever. However, on some reputations for certain chapters, it's definitely like a bit hard to work around, it feels like, for GW. Because, like, obviously, for example, the White Scars are obviously very based off of, like, Mongolians, right? The Hun. I mean, the dude's name is literally Jagged-Eye Khan, like, and obviously Khan's appearance as well. And obviously, I'm pretty sure this is old lore of, like, Space Marines will, like, start to look like their Primarch. Which I don't believe is true anymore. There's a lot of, like, diversity in the looks of Space Marines. It's like, this Ultramarine doesn't look like Gilliman at all. But obviously, based off of the, like, Mongolians, it's very, like, Chinese and Mongolian inspired. And having, like, a white guy dressed in, like, with that kind of, like, design is definitely a bit, how do we navigate this without it making it horrible? And that's just something GW's gonna have to fix on their own, I think. Or just, like, don't mention it and just have it how it is. And that's fine, I guess. Or I guess... Well, I guess for the White Scars, it's not much of an issue because you're taking it from their planet, I guess. Maybe, well, yeah, thinking about it, White Scars, bad representation for this idea since they can come from... What was his planet? I was gonna say Monarchia, but that was Perturabo, I'm pretty sure. Or was that Fulgrim? No, Monarchia was Perturabo. Or no, wait, was Monarchia Ferrus Manus? I don't remember. Never mind. I take that back. I think a better example would be like Vulcan, who has kind of been designated as the black guys, salamanders, which is like very remnant of the old. Although it's not like they're. I mean, it's literally because they're just it's from the planet. They have obsidian skin, but they're kind of designated. I mean, Vulcan is obviously looking at Vulcan. Is very clearly designed. With like black people in mind, which is fine. But the salamanders also kind of get looped into that, even though it's not like, you know, it's not. There's no like segregation of races in Space Marine chapters. Maybe of Homeworlds, yeah. Unless you're like Ultramarines who just take from Ultramar. Nice. I think GW is doing a pretty good job on that for the most part, though. Obviously, just even including like different ethnicities of Space Marine on their cover books and stuff, other than like generic white boy 303. I don't know why in my head that was really funny. Just because it made me think of like a Ken doll in Space Marine armor. Generic white boy 303. Good for him, to be honest. Good for generic white boy 303. We love him. Even one of the Space Marines in Ultramarine 2, yep. Even one of the Ultramarines, man, I'm just mixing up Space Marine and Ultramarine right now. In Space Marine 2, even one of the, I mean, Titus's companions, one's a black guy, one's an Asian guy. Although the Asian guy's head is very square, and I think that's very funny. And I think that's just a consequence of him being a Space Marine. You know, I wonder, speaking of Space Marines and Space Marine chapters, I wonder, like, if an author is writing a book, right? If Dan Abnett's writing a book, and he wants to include a Space Marine chapter that's not of the, you know, originals, you know, the original 8, 12, 6, 9, oh, of the original, like, 9, or I think it's like 13, like, main chapters, right? Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Salamanders, Black Templars, Imperial Fists, White Scars, Space Wolves, Raven Guard, almost forgot about them, Iron Hands, Dark Angels. Am I forgetting 10? That's 10. Am I forgetting 3? Blood Ravens, I guess, maybe? No, there hasn't been a Blood Ravens book in a while. But I wonder if they have to, like, contact GW and, like, hey, I'm kind of going to make this Space Marine chapter. Here's this, that, the other. Or can they just, like, make some... Wow, I regret taking the heal. Like, because if I'm Mr. Author Man, and I want to write a story, and I'm including Space Marines, can I just be like, here's this chapter, Gumble Smoot of the planet Schligoboob. They have a ritual of, they like to eat a bunch of fruit, and their favorite day of the week is Tuesday. Like, can I do that, or do I have to, like, run it by GW? Do I have to get approved for Tuesday? Will they change it to Wednesday if they want to? I don't know. These are all important questions. My brain, I'm sick. I can't think straight right now. Where's my brain going? You know what they need to bring back? They need to bring back the Rainbow Warriors. Simply because, if I remember correctly, there was a character who had a power sword that was prismatic. And that just sounds cool as hell. Having a glass power sword, that just seems cool as frick, dude. I'm pretty sure they were canon ones, the Rainbow Warriors.
Reaching into the wall.
And also, their paint jobs were really cool. They were kind of like, they weren't like, they were a little lighter shade than Ultramarines, but then they had around their like knee pads and armor and helmets, they had like a rainbow pattern of like red and yellow. It wasn't like, obviously it wasn't like full rainbow, since it'd be hard to include the full rainbow like in the design that it was. But it was like Smarties color. They were like a Smarties packet of a Space Marine color. Like they said, all right, we need a color palette for this chapter. Someone looked at an American Smarties kit and was like, I've got it. You know what, oh, that reminds me. You know what I really want to? really want to see if I can't find an old like 80s, 90s dreadnought. You know, I really want to paint one up. I really want to. They're so cute. I love them so much. I'd have to find one though. I can't imagine that'd be very easy to find either. Although maybe, I don't know. Or like, it'd be hard to find one that's unpainted. You know? Might look on eBay after this, see if I can't find any. Because I think it'd be a really fun thing to paint, and I'd paint it in all like really bright colors.
Request cover for the veteran.
Obviously paint it like the Ultramarines, because what am I gonna do?
Sibling, you should heal.
Oh, I was wondering, like, well, how would he say we have enough martyrs when we... Did he mean ammo? But no, I realized we're the martyrs. I remember now. It's implied that he doesn't want us to be martyrs today. It makes sense. Once again, my brain is foggy right now. That's a little Mal's game. I don't know. I talked about a bunch of random shit in this video. If you made it this far in the video, somehow, thank you for watching, like, and subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother. But you better brush your teeth. Now have a good one.